Good morning. My hair looks crazy. Okay, today is my workshop, so I'm gonna shower, eat, and then prepare. Didn't show you, of course, how I put down the tables, but I put down the tables and now preparing all the stuff, all the little stuff for the workshop. Let me tell you a little bit about the workshop. The workshop is called Welcome to My World, and it's about imagination and fantasy and letting yourself go. The workshop has 3 parts. In the first part, the participants make up a character, and I call it a drag persona, and they invent a name and characteristics, and they build the whole character. In the second part, they are making a world, so a planet. And because they think of certain aspects of their planet, the characters' lives change. If it's a really wet planet, they probably would have boats. If it would be really dry, they would probably live in tents in the desert, and so on and so on. And for the last part, I asked them to make something as a proof that their world exists, and that can be anything. It could be a book, a play, an art exhibition, a concept, like really everything. Okay, let's start. Again, in the last video, you saw me on a weekend trip, and that's the first draft I did for the workshop that I'm gonna do now, but it's way more extended. So I'm curious how the imagination is gonna be. I expect a lot because they are artists. Got a few pimples from the using a lot of schmink, maquillage. That's something else. Dressing up in a tent. Ready? Okay, the game is called Welcome to My World. I'm Claire, from another planet. I'm the alter ego of Chalise. And while thinking of the alter ego Claire, I made up a whole history of her. So I set some rules for the game, but feel free to forget about the rules and make your own rules.
I love it. I think it's going to be a good drag queen.
Yeah, you can start by asking each other questions about the object, and you can imagine what it is, what it can do, what kind of magic powers it has.
It's not a place of sound, it's a place of silence, but that doesn't mean there's no flow or communication, but it's just a very different place from this place.
It's Reynard is my first name, but I'm generally called
Stage?
Sage.
Too much things like rain, because that's something from Earth.
Okay.
And we don't
so
have that. We have other dynamics.
So we don't want if we don't want lots of rain,
No.
but we do want a green sky.
So what was the
Density, I guess we must have.
Start again.
Shrink, density,
water or
fluidity, movement. Yeah.
Mine actually looks like it's a pink colour. I've actually got like a pink
Mine,
sky.
I think the volcano just
It's really hot.
Yeah, maybe if you find some things that you think are interesting for your...
Yeah, research is hard on this planet.
I found this.
Cool.
Is this something for... it's on your planet?
I see everything double, so I have no idea.
Oh.
I step on things where I should not step.
It smells nice.
Huh? Seriously, it looks like an animal.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The density lock.
Yes. I predicted I was going to die in a science experiment soon.
Yes.
Ready?
Wow.
What are we eating?
It's a heavy creature.
It's a heavy creature, thing, animal. What is it? Oh.
You found so many things.
I'll wait till she's done. I'll wait till you're done.
Squashed in. No bigger.
Were you saying that something about these nodes can become something or other?
Oh, this looks great.
Can we get 3 feet?
You both look amazing.
Amazing direct.
Yes!
We're making an alter ego.
That's the Fantastic Four.
You found the cheese.
Yes.
Can I take a portrait of you? Like in front of the tree. Thanks. A portrait, darling.
But these lights are our first. The name of our planet is Marson-may.
Aww, it's like a 5-year-old girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a planet that doesn't have any water. It has only mountains and lavas. So because of that, we all have grey skin and red eyes.
So I'm Lizzie. I'm Lizzie Channel, scientist. I'm a microwave specialist.
I'm Maria Coriander. I'm always in the hunt for cheese. That's my obsession.
I'm Koala Octopus. I'm a salesman. I sell sort of spiritual stuff. That doesn't work, but one works, and that is mine, and that can destroy everything.
So I am the weeping Bella. I am a social worker. And yes, because we don't have any water, I am always weeping.
Here's a dead local. we got out when we went outside. Normally we have to stay in the lab, but we went out for a little research trip and we brought back a possibly radioactive specimen.
Wow, amazing guys. Woo!
I hope you want to stay.
Yeah.
And I shit out of my hair.
First step that none of us appear here in our Fluxion forms for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Everything is always changing. You simply couldn't handle it. It would, your head would
Explode, yeah.
Reynard Sage and fellow members of the Fantastic Four are.
I'm Alge Allezee, also to be named AA, and I'm always moving and always on a change, and I'm always in flux, and nothing ever stays the same.
I'm Avalanche Oldwood, and I bring the quality of density. I keep things crushed, condensed, and smashed.
I'm Virginia Cosmos. You can call me Ginny. in my natural form, in my typical form, I'm very, very small. This is my cushion. Bells with my feet.
The giant planet becomes tiny.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, you never quite know.
Really know what's going to happen.
This enables me, you will see, to disappear.
Whoa.
And then this object causes me to change everything. Everything's always moving. And when I'm throwing it, suddenly there's movement. Avalanche.
Just to bring everything back into shape.
Represents a being that keeps promising to visit, keeps promising to solve all our problems. We only have the name. I can't bring myself to look at it. So, if you,
Let's, it's getting too much for me. I feel like we need to move around. We're
yes,
stuck in a
it's
situation.
true. We are. Yes, yes.
I've heard about this.
But do you believe that it's possible?
I don't know if she's real.
No,
I don't believe it.
Nobody's ever seen her. It's the kind of thing that this is just gives you this false hope.
Yeah.
If she made all of us, why must we suffer?
Exactly.
But it feels
she
like
did, the creatrix.
Feels like we are waiting for. But is she real?
Claire Dispair.
Thank
you.
Woo! Okay, ladies, where's the pipe? Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Back there. We're gonna go on a little walk. What are we gonna do? Oh, yeah, cacao ceremony. I'm not gonna film that. No, I'm gonna leave it for us.
Yes.
So, all the YouTube watchers. Sorry, not sorry. Look how beautiful it is. Beautiful.
How's it been going?
Good.
Yeah.
And then if you could just give me the cards, and then we.
And the cards are the.
So one.
Okay, we're just finished with the cacao ceremony. We're now walking towards the tour, and there's a well. Yeah, it's a whole story, but it's very Glastonbury is very spiritual, and it's because of those wells and the tour. And the cacao ceremony was really nice. For me, it's a little bit woo-woo. But yeah, I could also express that. And it was appreciated, the honesty. And the thing that's funny is that the workshop I did this morning is kind of the same thing. So if I see the cacao workshop as a performance, as art, and as a way for somebody to express themselves, then it's quite cool. I just don't like the woo-woo stuff. Not that woo-woo. Yeah, but interesting. And it's all, I love it all here. It's just, it's also part of this community, part of Glastonbury.
Exactly where we need to be now.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for holding that space.
Yeah.
And then there's more flowers in here, but I'm going to open them right now.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent.
Thank you.
So is the plan, Laura, that you'll do like a little ceremony?
I said you actually have a ceremony.
Yeah, and then we go on to
Let's
our
do
thing.
that.
So if you
Or more
What do you think?
entrance into the inner sanctum that we're going.
So there's a two male you?
Yeah.
And then there's a female you at the well?
Yeah, and they send their pollen up to there.
Mooi.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, dat lichtje. That's iron, that's why it's so red. So if you taste it, you feel the, yeah.
Yeah, on the way down.
Cool.
Yeah. And look into the well, say a word, mumble it, sing it, or just in silence feel it. And just we go all together, or that we are here at the well in the waters.
Good morning. Ooh, a little bit chilly. We're gonna stand in the sun here on the street. Yeah, why not? Wow, these days are filled to the brim with workshops and fun stuff. Yesterday we went to the well. Hopefully I can tell you the story in this video, or else I'll do it in the next video. The Maidens of the Wells. Glastonbury is full of myths and legends. After the crucifixion of Jesus, Joseph of Arimathea came to Britain, bearing the Holy Grail, the cup used by Christ at the Last Supper. When he landed on the island of Avalon, he set foot on Wariel Hill, just below the Tor. He said to have arrived in Glastonbury by boat over the flooded Somerset levels. Exhausted, he thrust his staff into the ground and rested. By morning, his staff had taken root, leaving a strange oriental thorn bush, the sacred Glastonbury thorn. For safekeeping, Joseph is said to have buried the Holy Grail just below the Tor at the entrance to the underworld. Shortly after he had done this, a spring, now known as the Chalise well, flowed forth, and the water that emerged brought eternal youth to whosoever would drink it. Many people are aware of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table and their quest for the Holy Grail. Not many people are aware of why the Grail was needed, that it was to restore the wasteland. Even fewer people know of why there was a wasteland. In the ancient days, when the land was considered special and sacred, and its importance was far more greatly understood, water was appreciated as a precious element that was essential for life. Each well, due to being such a cherished and vital source of water, was therefore appointed a guardian, a maiden, whose duty it was to care for and protect the water. The maidens of the wells would offer refreshments to those who passed by, and were also healers and oracles. Each maiden possessed a chalice with which to draw her water, which was considered to be sacred and a magical tool, and its use was at the very heart of her work. One day, King Amangon raped one of the maidens and took her chalice from her. He then bid his men to go and do the same, ordering them to take the cups and bring them back to him. The maidens of the well were deeply afraid, and without their chalices could no longer do their work. They retreated into the other world to hide in fear. Without their presence, healing and magic, the wells became dry, and the earth itself began to suffer. Eventually, the whole of the land became a barren wasteland, as all signs of life withered away. Stories of a sacred chalice became intertwined with the story of the Last Supper and the Christian Holy Grail, which inspired quests and crusades across the world. It's really special because it was closed to the public and we were there with our group when they opened it, especially for us, so that was really nice. And I really like the legends and the stories. It's really beautiful. But like I told you, the woo-woo stuff is a little bit too woo-wooing. But I had a great conversation this morning with Nelly. That I think what bothers me is that for me, I believe in science and all the woo-woo stuff. I love it because it's magic, it's fantasy, it's playful, it's what I use in my performances. But if people are treating that as the truth too much, then it really bothers me. And that's what happened yesterday a little bit. But I should be careful that I don't judge people too soon, because maybe the woman who gave the cacao workshop yesterday was not as woo as I think, because she also uses facts and she uses the myths, the King Arthur legend and the Holy Grail and stuff. She uses those stories in her practice, and maybe that's not that woo-woo. Maybe, I hope you hear it with the wind. Yeah, so that's an interesting thing, and maybe that's what I should work on these 2 weeks, not to confuse the two, the woo-woo and the science, the facts. Today we have a quite not so busy day, an easy day. We only have one workshop, so we're walking into town now. We're going to Wordsoup, so we're gonna be busy with words. I mean, the theme of this week is I give you my words.
Yeah. There's a bit of Christopher here.
Yeah.
Yes, it's purple sugar though, so you have to go.
Fine.
That's the only thing I regret. I was able to see exactly 2 times a year.
A chamber, a bower, a tall tower. Here is my beloved, your beloved, our true love. Here is the sheet, the wave, the form, the dress that was kept in the bottom drawer. Here is the trousseau, satin bow, horn sheath, microfiche. I was waiting for you and I couldn't find you. I was waiting for you and you were here. You leapt up at the corner of the street and walked with me and set your plate at the table next to mine. Our voices moved in together, tending the chords, the fronds, the wires, the words. I was waiting for you, and here you are. Bless this room, bless this bed, this sample, this silken knot. Bless the roof and the floor, the walls and the door, this pillow, this sheet, where we meet. Stems of sound, shimmer and ground, deeply dug crepe, time running late. Filament thread, green cap on head, this face on the wall, this lace on the shawl, this jaunty wig, this deep dyed ink. Prancing horse, shambling bear, flowers in the air, starry fountain, saltpeter, all caught up in metre. Spheres turning, stars burning, silver and gold rain for the epic ballet.
Words.
Very good. Yeah.
Alright, this is the only book I have. I have about 6 CDs of music out, but I've only got this book. And I would like to write another book, a collection of things that I wrote, but life has just been too crazy. You know, COVID knocked me out. I'm sure it knocked all the rest of us out too. But I have never been the same now since for a couple of years after COVID. In fact, talking about voices, I'll just read this. My voice is the wind through bare branches. It's a well-worn path, snow falling in pale light, and footsteps on dry leaves. My voice is an owl, and the shadow of an owl in flight. My voice is the startled eye of a rabbit, and the smell of crushed pine needles. My voice is a prayer book, and a dictionary, and a small stained cookbook. It is a poem murmured ceaselessly into the ear of an old soldier, a cricket in the corner, whiskey in a glass, the first few drops of rain, the last few miles of a journey, the wind in bare branches, and the footsteps of a loved one safely returned at a late hour. My voice is the door closing gently, softly, warm in the cold night, and outside the wind and the creak of bare branches.
I just wanted to share a short reading which my partner, who isn't here, he's still in Antwerp, suggested for the residency, and I thought it was very beautiful, so I bought it here. And actually the next project that me and Gareth are going to do is to turn it into a book, and it's a song by Tom Waits, so it's going to be like a children's book, like 2 lines per page with lots of printing. And the reason that he chose it for the residency was because we were talking about the way that nature communicates with each other, and the different ways, and whether you can go from one species or being to another. How can we talk to each other? So it's a song. I think it's called The Fish and the Bird. They brought around for the sailor, and they heard his tale of a world that was so far away, and a song that we'd never heard, a song of a little bird that fell in love with a whale. He said, "You cannot live in the ocean." And she said to him, "You can never live in the sky." But the ocean is filled with tears, and the sea turns into a mirror. There's a whale in the moon when it's clear, and a bird on the tide. Please don't cry, let me dry your eyes. So tell me that you will wait for me, hold me in your arms. I promise we will never part. I'll never sail back to the time, but I'll always pretend you're mine. Though I know that we both must part, you can live in my heart. Please don't cry, let me dry your eyes. And tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me in your arms. I promise we will never part. I'll never sail back to the time, but I'll always pretend that you're mine. I know that we both must part. You can live in my heart.
Is that edible? Is it actually edible? Is it actually? Is that with the edible pins? Oh my god. I actually love this stuff. Yeah.
It looks alphabetic.
Natural paper.
Is yours all right? Well, it's got to be eaten now, so.
Where are we from? It needs some mist.
Cosmic tree. Oh, I want to put cosmic tree.
Look, it's got
Shall we
Glastonbury
have
and Yeovil on the same.
Shall we put a?
one.
Do you want to? Right. Put the words on. There are books here that have words like this, Alex.
Okay.
So I didn't know that
They
there was
came from
more.
there.
I didn't know whether there was more in the book.
All the time, every time I came to Glastonbury. I'd be like, let's just have a little look in the speaking tree.
People always get together, inventing new food for cosmic tree.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting to film half of the stuff we do. But after the Wordsoup, I went shopping a little bit with Nelly, and then went to get a beer with Alex, Gareth and Nelly, and then we had dinner all together and just sat around and chill and had a movie night. And now I'm ready for bed, because tomorrow again it's Friday tomorrow. Okay, yeah, Friday again, it's gonna be filmed.